fuck was that?
Fighting again. We got fun time incoming.
You're dead! You hear me?
Really good. Too good.
What? You have dampening coil? Ah! Yoshu! Now, to get nuclear fuel.
I'm ready.
The next step seems simple, but do not be deceived. 200 years ago, I launched all of Yangtze's high-yield nuclear missiles, as ordered. For 200 years, I have lived with that guilt, that shame. So much fire, such bay, but one missile failed to launch. You must go down, remove the warhead, then bring it to me.
I'm on it.
I admire your spirit. While you are getting warhead, I will prepare the reactor. But now I must warn you. There is danger. Wishen. Old crew. Still down there. Not okay like their captain. Worse. They do not harm me. But they will kill you. I cannot kill them. Still, they are my crew. My family. Jaren. All of us. But you must do what you must do.
I can't believe it's still working. We have a tail.
Hostiles neutralized. Recommend immediate repairs to primary systems to ensure continued operation. Threat analysis green. Security operation successful. Normal operation.
That's it. Through.
No way I'm cracking this.
Something Shakespearean involving death and your inevitable doom here.
Analysis green. Security operation successful. Resuming normal operation.
I guess, carry some of that
you. Here is the warhead.
No difficulty with the warhead, I trust.
Nah, no sweat. The radiation did give me superpowers, though. X-ray vision. Love the leopard G-string.
200 years, and your humor is still bad. America liberating Anchorage. Now that was a good joke. Now, here is what you must do. Head down to the reactor. Take dampening coil and warhead with you. First, insert the dampening coil. Carefully. Xiaoxin. Then, put warhead into the reactor. As you do that, I monitor power levels from the control room. Do not put warhead in first. Do that? 死亡. Death for you and me both.
Captain Zhao.
Was not sure my beautiful Yangtze would hold together. But we did it. You are a capitalist. I know you expect payment for services. Instead, I would offer you service in exchange for your service. It is our way. Take these transponders. Each one acts as a homing signal for missile I can fire from my Yangtze. Only small, tactical moves. But you should still get as far away as possible. Throw transponder like a grenade to activate it. Then wait for 爆炸. Kaboom.
I wish you a safe journey.
Many thanks. I look forward to seeing my Zhongguo soon. Soon I will set sail. You should get ashore. Farewell, American. I must admit, I have met worse capitalists.
Hey,
Called?
I may sell just about everything, but none of it is scrap.
I'll take a look, sure.
Here's what we got.
What? You need?
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Hey there.
We've improved security in bioscience. Now nobody can lock us out.
Whenever you're done corpse squatting, I'm good to go.
Sylvia, I don't care what Bert says. People have a right to know what kind of danger they're in. Look, the youngsters may think the Institute is just a ghost story, but I know you're old enough to remember the attacks. I know you feel for the girl, but she brought the trouble down on us. She and her father need to answer for it. If we give the Institute what they want, or just give them the girl even, maybe they'll leave us alone.
Yes. Sweet.
Greetings, sir.
There we go. Got it.
You know, ammo isn't cheap. You just tell you to play dead.
An enemy may be utilizing stealth. How interesting.
Sensor anomaly detected.
Before I met you, I'd go whole days without massacring a bunch of things. Honest.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Are you trying to impress someone? Come on, drop some of that.
Be targeted.
Wherever you are, I know you are out there.
That got the blood pumping.
Lethal force neutralization operation. I regret any analysis.
You know, I do like long, lazy... Traveling with you ain't dull. I'll say that.
Alert. Hostiles may be in area. Non-combatants are advised to seek secure location until perimeter is secured.
Calculating.
Alert. Non-combatants are advised to leave the area. Security sweep in progress. Lethal force may be used without warning.
I heard something. Got him!
You must be terrified.
New business model. We team up with a mortuary. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Engaging hostile life form.
It would appear my target has disappeared. Under attack. Are you sure you want to do that?
There we go. Hey.
What is it? Let's see what I got in my pocket.
Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual.
Nothing
As
to
I'm
report,
sure
sir.
You know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things.
This is not...
Terminating with extreme prejudice. I am the... Somebody find me something to shoot at!
Following Institute protocol. Eliminating hostile.
Someone there? I should have a battle cry.
Neutralized. Recommend immediate repairs to primary systems to ensure continued operation.
Don't mean to make you nervous, but... Dead bastard. We'll be here all week. Earn our pay.
Analysis
Getting
green.
paid, right?
Security operation successful. Resuming normal operation. Huh?
Shut the fuck up a second. I hear something.
Hey! Who's there? Nothing there now.
End the line.
See if they left anything useful for us.
Threat analysis.
Anything you almost
Potential
got away with
perimeter
that.
breach. Beginning.
Playing games, huh?
Shit's got him all over. Get off the jet. So this is happening.
Analysis green. Neutralization operation complete.
Shook up over nothing. Okay. Just noise.
Going up. Sixth floor.
Who's up? The jet will make you jittery. What? Hear that? Shit! Hitting me. Lost him.
Someone's out there.
I'm dead already.
Analysis. Lethal force neutralization operation.
Don't move. All right. Now I'll make it quick. That's it.
Non-combatants are advised to stand clear of weapons discharge.
Why don't you just die?
Analysis green. Neutralization operation complete.
What the hell was that?
Don't look. We're back to business.
Fight another day.
And night. And day. Etc. Etc.
Yes. You hear that?
Got the blood pumping.
Threat analysis.
Nothing!
Yellow.
Nothing!
Potential perimeter breach. Beginning sweep. Threat level 8.
For us. I should have a battle cry. We live to fight another day, and night, and day, etc., etc. Son of a bitch! Fighting again. Great. So, new business model. We team up with a mortuary. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Your signal interceptor actually worked. I really don't know what to say.
Augusta safe house was destroyed by the Institute.
It's as I feared. 3 safe houses gone. Hard to imagine. I have nothing further for you at the moment. I'm sure someone else could use your help. No shortage of fires to be put out.
I hope to God the Institute doesn't find us here. At least not soon.
I cleared out some Gen 1s for Randolph's safe house.
Randolph is still operational? Finally, some good news. We thought they were another casualty of the switchboard disaster. But Randolph's been dark for too long. It'll be controversial, but we have to put them under quarantine.
We should contact them directly.
That's just too risky. The whole thing could be an Institute trap. So instead, we play it safe and slow. We help them out and buy time to verify they really are our people. Our only communication with Randolph is going to be by dead drop. Check in periodically with Drummer Boy. He coordinates the dead drops for us. Thanks.
You're the one that scored the DIA cache, right? Tom's dying to talk to you about it.
DIA. Shit, man. That cache you found has some real serious high tech. But the creme de la creme is ballistic polymer weave. Lightweight, serious stopping power. And it looks just like normal clothing. I got some in stock now. Oh, give me some time. I got all sorts of ideas.
Show me what you got.
I will set you up, my friend.
Tinker Tom's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time. Heads up, Tom's got more goodies in stock. Check with him.
The Courser's dead.
This unit already received confirmation of mission completion. Offering payment.
I iced the coursers before they found Ian. This time, at least.
Heads up.
What's the word? What's mine is yours, pal.
Heads up.
Yeah?
Hi.
You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait, you read it, didn't you?
I think we ought to part ways.
Another time, then.
Ad Victoriam, Knight.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood, Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have 2 missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Very good. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck, Knight.
Attention all personnel. This is to serve as a reminder. Scribe Naraya's mole rat subjects are not pets. They are crucial military resources.
Excuse me.
As such, they are not to be fed by any personnel save Scribe Naraya and her team. Any violation of this policy will result in severe discipline.
Knight, you have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
And they're in wonderful condition as well. Excellent work. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
I really should have my armor adjusted while I'm here.
So you're the new knight I heard about? Glad to have you on the team.
Scribe Naraya.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Yes, here you go.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see tiny vials of blood. Thank you. Here's some caps for the trouble. Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Have you synthesized any more of the X-111 compound?
You're in luck. I just finished synthesizing some earlier today. Remember, keep bringing me blood samples, and I'll keep making the compound.
This science won't know what hit it.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant. No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Greetings, Knight. What did you want? I never liked having squires aboard a warship, but Maxon thinks they need to train under fire.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need. That Victorian brother.
Proctor, I came across a holotape with a full scan of the Institute's network.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in technology I didn't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
For all we know, that thing could be a recipe for Deathclaw surprise.
Well, it's the best we could do with such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, Your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
Good evening.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Operating at full capacity.
Dr. Lee.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy, to take control. I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
I already have something that might convince you.
How did you... Never mind. Just let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape? This better not be a waste of my time.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division. I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Good evening.
Clayton.
I could use some more tissue samples if you have time to collect them.
I'll get it for you.
Excellent! I've made real progress thanks to your help.
All systems nominal. Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Dr. Watson.
Those blueprints you brought me were fascinating. Any chance you could find more of them?
Where were the blueprints again?
You'd probably keep them in a safe place, like a chest or locker. I'd expect guards as well. Should I take that as a yes?
No problem.
Great. I'm eager to see what else we can learn.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Huh?
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
We're keeping Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken under close observation.
Justin.
The McDonough synth has another report ready for pickup. Can you make the trip?
Yeah,
all right.
I'll go get it.
The mayor's synth will wait for you in his office, just like before. Head back here as soon as you've got it. This is top priority.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to notice me.
Thanks for running those seeds up to Warwick Homestead.
Dr. Holdren.
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Isaac.
We're already seeing remarkable results from the new specimen at Warwick. The early results from those new seeds you delivered are remarkable.
Hey, Z1.
Do you require anything?
You know those synths with the plasma?
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
Superstructure integrity green. Hull plating stable.
Night. If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel, beauty, and sin and shoot them into space.
Proctor Ingram?
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Well, he seems to feel it's pretty important.
Important is an understatement. We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. I hope it's worth it. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
Huh. I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Accent might appear.
Attention! Halberd pilot to Station Epsilon. Halberd pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
How can I help you, Knight?
Excuse me, Paladin Dance?
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
If it looks dead, put
Excuse
one
me,
more in its
Dr.
head.
Lee?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
One of us is a liar, and it isn't me.
Oh, don't try and pin that nonsense on me. I said I'd come back to the Brotherhood, and I have. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Look alive.
Awaiting your command. Call me old-fashioned.
Look alive.
But there's nothing better than being boots on the ground.
Paladin Dance.
What's on your mind?
Your thoughts?
The food in the mess hall isn't bad. Well, as long as you don't smell it before you eat it.
That was all.
Very well.
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down. I can't believe super mutants were human once. Now that we have intelligence on the Institute, we can use it against them to gain the upper hand. my experience. Hot shots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
Proctor.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
You're exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, soldier.
Travis Lonely Miles, coming to you with another important news story, folks. Seems fighting in the Commonwealth once again.
We're so delighted you've chosen us for your shopping needs. We buy and sell everything. From everyone. Always.
Let's see what you have.
Here you are.
Turns out it was you all along. Bet you thought you'd gotten away with it.
Hey there.
Turns out it was you all along. I bet you thought you'd gotten away with it.
Everyone in this city is always jumping at Shadow. Chill out is what I say.
Enjoyed that last number? Here's a strange state of affairs for you folks. Some or all of you may have heard of that old Parsons Asylum. You may also have known to stay away from it. I guess no one told a group of raiders about that because word is they attacked it recently. You'd think that might mean the place is overflowing with raiders right now. But you'd be wrong. It's empty. Abandoned. Now, you could assume they got what they wanted and bolted. But given how creepy that place was, you can't help but wonder if something else happened. You may never know for sure. You know what?
Carry food with you or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems, his eye laser and his nuke pack. The eye laser can target a hostile from hundreds of yards out and take it down with pinpoint accuracy. His nukes are modified Mark 28 nuclear bombs. They used to drop the things from bombers during the war. Just one of the nukes is equivalent to about 3 or 4 Fat Man shells. Basically, whatever it hits isn't getting up again. His eye laser is almost ready to go, but without nukes to load into his pack, he's fighting at less than half his capability.
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs, the same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's Air Force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Great. That's just great.
Well, hang on a second. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Being the director of the Institute is a serious commitment. I hope you understand that.
Dr. Lee.
To be frank, I don't agree with Father's decision, but I'll accept it.
The Minutemen remind me of the Brotherhood when Elder Lyons was in charge. Unfocused and far too charitable for their own good.
Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Sure.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. Radio Freedom. It's 10 a.m. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Remind me not to mess with you
Time
when
to
you're
suit
in
up.
that thing.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. This is Radio...
Just in the nick of time.
I didn't want you to have all the fun.
If that's what you call fun, I'm glad you're on our side. Would it be What do you want?
Paladin.
There's still that off-the-record matter I'd like to discuss. Do you have time now?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is difficult for me to say, so I hope you'll bear with me as I try to get through it. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it. Despite all that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience. For both of us. At this point, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything else I could teach you about being a Brotherhood soldier that you don't already know. It's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend to keep those ideals close to your heart.
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
There is. I'm just not very good at these sort of things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few caps to my name, I moved into Rivet City and opened a junk stand. While I was there, I met a guy named Cutler. We got along pretty well. Watched each other's backs and kept each other out of trouble. When the Brotherhood came through on a recruiting run, we felt like it was a way out of our nowhere lives. So we joined up.
I'm glad you had greater ambitions than just selling junk.
Once I saw what the Brotherhood had to offer, there was no comparison. Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad and search for him. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super mutant hive. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered everyone but Cutler. He should have been so lucky. The mutant bastards used their FEV to change him into one of their own kind. He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my duty to put him down.
You did the right thing.
It's what I was taught. I don't know if it was right. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen other soldiers come and go. Some were brave, some were honest. Hell, some were even downright heroic. But I'd never considered any of them to be a good friend. A friend like Cutler was. Until now. It's a good feeling, but it frightens me all the same. Having a bond with someone, then losing them. It changes you. I don't want to go through that again.
Well, there goes my dream of being reborn as a super mutant.
Glad to have changed your mind. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've overstepped my bounds, I completely understand. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen.
Scribe Halen.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
I'm surprised you've survived over there without my help.
Now that the Pridwin's here, we don't really need you anymore. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
I hope this plan works.
Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.